Hi, I'm Seema Raghunath. It is with much delight that I address you today. If you are somebody who's very high on leadership quotient, on spiritual quotient, and has been seeking a higher purpose, then this might be the message for you. After about 15 years of working in corporate India on D&I with a career that spans over 24 years now, I seem to have come to the conclusion that we're doing a lot of stuff around diversity and inclusion on respect, safety, and associated areas, but for most parts that's limited to holding seminars, conferences, panel discussions, and you'd have a lot of people come and talk on stage to then disperse, and it's work as usual. So what really happens to an employee, whether man, woman, or a person of mixed gender who actually faces a problem at the workplace? Well, there are some problems that can be addressed by a reactive, responsible HR, but it's also been found through much reliable research that most employees do not discuss things at the workplace and do not resort to their HR either. Oftentimes, organizations make this mistake of assuming that most performance, effectiveness, productivity issues are actually cropping from either policies, processes, or a culture that the organization is supposed to provide, or the absence of which creates a problem. The truth couldn't be more farther than that. Reality is that about 80% of your life problems actually come from the personal space, and they can compound themselves to an extent where the person who is an employee, who must have been a great employee, no longer can be as effective as at the workplace as they would be otherwise. What are we doing constructively as educated people with experiences, with exposures, and the right kind of connections and contacts? It seems like here is a volunteering support group just waiting to happen. Exactly why? In 2020 January, I have commenced work on something called the Working Women Fraternity India. This is a group that will come together to solve problems that have not been addressed before. Now, we're very clear that this is a he for she movement, which means that men who are strong men in leadership roles and who are well connected in society will come together as part of the advisory, guiding a team of about 30 core team members from most metro cities in India. We have made headway. We've got a lot of people who have volunteered already. We are looking for a much larger, wider presence in corporate India. The idea is to be useful while we are gainfully employed. Nobody is an employee of this organization, nor is this a NGO per se. It is a voluntary service that we would provide to working employees, regardless of the industry, regardless of their position, regardless of their years of experience. If you've got a problem and you don't know how to handle it, don't suffer in it alone. You have a group of effective people who really care, and that is your first resource and your first help center. We're soon to come with our website, which is www.wwfindia.group. Watch the space for more.